Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. How is everybody this morning? Everybody doing good, hanging out, getting ready for summer and the holiday coming up.
Did you get hit with any bad storms, Chrissy?
No storms. It was windy, but that was it.
Oh, really?
So just to get it out of the way, because I don't want anybody to be upset, I walked into the bedroom door the other night, in the middle of the night. When you get old, you'll get to know that in the middle of the night, for some reason, your bladder gets up and says, hey, guess what? You got to go to the bathroom. And so I walked into the door, and so I have a little bit of a discoloration.
Oh.
I'm okay. I'm fine. But yeah, I didn't even think I hit the door that hard, but of course I was half asleep. But apparently I did, because when I got up, there it was.
Did you at least have a good... Huh?
Or we can go with the other story. I was on a mission with Caroline and it got a little out of hand. Whatever you want to believe is fine.
It's been a crazy week. Crazy week.
It actually was not too bad for me, except for this stupid thing. I had a nice week. Last week was my birthday and Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all you. Hi, Debbie. And so my friend Julie and we went for a staycation. Now, if you're not from this area and if you've never heard of that, sometimes the big resorts out here will do like give you like a package deal kind of thing. So we went to Talking Stick Casino and Friday night, and I got there earlier than she did. And so I was in the pool most of the day.
Nice.
And I did not put anything on me, so I burnt. And then she came around 2:30, 3 o'clock, I guess. And she said, I want to go in the pool now. So, of course, I had to go back in the pool with her. And then I got more burnt. And then we said, we're going to go to dinner. Well, we're sitting at dinner. And we ordered. And the fire alarm goes off. There's an emergency in the casino. Bling, bling. There's emergency in the casino. Bling, bling. And I'm like, looking at her, and they come out and they go, it's just an alarm. Don't worry. So we're like, okay, we're trying to talk, but this thing is going off. And they're like, it'll go off in a little bit. So we're all right. So it goes off. And we're like, okay, good. It was an emergency. It was a fake. No biggie. We get our dinner and all of a sudden it goes off again. There's an emergency in the casino. So now the guy comes out and says, we don't think it's anything. But if it is, you're going to want to exit out that door right there. I'm like, so anyway, needless to say, the whole dinner, the alarm's going off. So you think they would have come out and said, hey, we didn't have drinks. So they would have said, hey, can we comp you a dessert or something?
Yeah, because alarms are loud.
It was, I'm telling you, it was loud. And then they had these little strobe lights going like this. So, okay, whatever. So we ate. They gave us each a voucher for the staycation of $25. We went and we blew that right away. And then we went to get a glass of wine. And then we went up and we were going to play backgammon. But we got to talking and we never played backgammon. So then in the morning, we got up. We ordered breakfast in bed. And we played backgammon and ate breakfast and had coffee together and just chatted. So we had a very nice time. It was very relaxing. I got to read my book. We had a good time. We had a good time. And then I came home. That was Saturday. And then I came home and Billy said, I have reservations for us for tomorrow. And I said, I spent a lot of money at the casino. I did. And I said, let's not do anything. I don't need to go out for Mother's Day. I know I'm a mother. Many people have told me that in one way or another. But it was my birthday. And he said, no, I can't cancel because it's a reservation you can't cancel. I'm like, all right. So he took me to Ocean 44. So if you don't know what that is, It's a very high-end seafood restaurant, very high-end, like ridiculous high-end. We don't go there very often. When we do go, we're never disappointed. Um, and this particular restaurant has a wall that's a glass wall, and it has booths behind the glass wall right in the kitchen. So
Mm.
you're sitting in the kitchen. You can't hear everything, and it's not hot or anything, but you can watch them make your entire meal. You're
Hmm.
right next to the prep line, and it's the coolest thing in the world. And watching these people go as fast as they go, So it was pretty expensive, but the food was excellent. And because it was my birthday, they comped us a dessert. Those little beignets, they're like little donuts,
Oh yeah, beignets.
and they came out warm. And then they
Mm.
came out with 2 different dipping
Dipping
sauces.
sauces. Oh, oh, beignets are amazing.
Oh my God, they were so good. And so anyway, we ate those too. And I had king crab cocktail, which was a Alaskan king crab, like a shrimp cocktail, but it was Alaskan king crab already taken out of the shell
Uh-huh.
and everything. That was $55 appetizer.
Woo.
Yeah. So I won't even tell you what the rest was, but that's just to go show you. But we ate everything. We ate everything, and it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, but it's not like you guys really go out like that. You haven't
We
gone out
don't.
like that in a while.
No, we don't. I mean, seriously, like I do most of the cooking in the house, so we don't ever go out. But
What
it was
did
just
Billy do with his mom then?
well, they had he when I was away at Friday night, he went and had dinner with her and my father-in-law. So,
Oh, at the new place?
well, my father-in-law is back in an assisted living, and
Yeah.
not assisted living. He's like in an intern. He kind of took a turn for the worse, so he's not back
Oh.
in the apartment again. But
Oh.
you know, we're making it work. We're still running around, but it's hard. That's why I was having the conversation with you earlier. It's hard. You get to a certain point and your things are going well, and then all of a sudden they don't go well. You got to play a lot of catch up. But
Well, is
but
she
anyway,
adjusting to the new
she
is she
is.
yeah?
She is. But again, she's not with him again because he's at the other
Oh.
facility. So it's just back and forth, and I feel for them because I think they just want some peace. They just want
Yeah.
just some rest. So,
Mhm.
but anyway, I hope it's getting ready to be summertime for everybody. I hope you are all. I know there's graduations and weddings coming up. I just can't with all these graduations and weddings. I hate it. I hate it.
Mhm. I'm just
Especially the
excited.
graduations. You
Yeah.
know, they just take forever. They have to read everybody's name. There's 800 kids in the class. And then there's always that one dork who has to do a flip or a cartwheel or some stupid thing, and then he gets in trouble. Just take your certificate and go sit down. It doesn't mean anything right now. If it was your master's degree, take a cartwheel. It's
Right.
not your master's degree. So stop it.
All right. You ready for my logistics or you got any show and tells?
I don't have any show and tell.
Yeah, I don't really either.
I don't. And Debbie has been slacking. So yeah, here's my show and tell right here.
Oh, Chrissy. It'll get better.
That's my show and tell.
It's life. All right, let's jump into the logistics. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all being here. Welcome to the early bird sale. These are some logistics to think about when you are at the early bird sale. Welcome, welcome. Please respect everyone in the chat. You guys are always great about that. We are dual streaming on 2 different channels, so keep in mind we're in Chrissy's Corners for Collectors channel and Yunstargirl channel. So if you don't see each other in the chat, it's because we're dual streaming on 2 different channels. Make sure you're in all messages and in live chat. If you're not in all messages and in live chat, you may be lagging. And if your messages come up late, maybe try to get out and come back in. Items are sold as is. If there's any caveats with the items, we'll let you know. The jot form is pinned to the top if you're new to the channel, or if you like to fill out that information to gift something to someone, please go ahead and fill that out at the top of the chat. The jot form just asks for you to name your name, where we should ship the item to, and a little comment area if you want to let us know what you are interested in and you would like us to bring to future sales. Invoicing is done differently from each reseller. I usually invoice on Mondays. Chrissy, when will you invoice?
Probably Wednesday or Thursday this week.
Okay. And then if you guys need your stuff sooner, let us know. We will invoice you sooner. Otherwise, we do an open box policy. Open box policy is you can claim the items for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, we send out your invoice. My invoices have all been sent out. There's only one pending. So if you haven't checked the PayPal, check your PayPal. Otherwise, if we have any starting bids, we will have $2 increments for starting bids. So if we start off at $10, it'll go 10, 12, 14, 16, and so forth. You must be 18 years or older to purchase. If you're under 18, you can watch. Chrissy ships from Arizona and I ship from Texas. So please keep weight and destination in mind when you are purchasing an item from us. And if you have any questions, please always ask too as well. With it being summer, our schedules might be a little bit different. Next week, Chrissy and I think are going to try to be 1 hour on, 1 hour later because of the weather. It's getting hotter in here. So we're going to try. So we'll let you know if anything changes for any upcoming shows. And I think that is it. If you guys have any questions, please ask too as well. And I'll do my best to highlight your comments in the chat as well too. Good morning, Cindy. Hello, hello. Happy Mother's Day. Debbie.
My husband's cooking bacon and I can smell it. It smells so good.
No, Debbie, you paid, I'm pretty sure. And I got your stuff out already, so you're good. I don't know. Chrissy, did you send one to Cindy?
Yeah, we should be good, Cindy. I have still not found that manatee. I have no idea what I did with it. The only thing I can think of is I might have put it in your box and it was wrapped small because it was small and you didn't see it and I didn't see it. So that's the only thing I can think of. But I have not even seen it. And if Tammy's out there, hopefully Tammy got you should have got your box too. So I hope everybody got their boxes.
Oh, and just to let you guys know, when you guys claim something, Chrissy uses words and I use letters to claim my item. So
you got to see a great lady in Texas. Who did you get to see, Debbie?
Oh, Debbie has family over here.
Oh, she does? Oh.
Yeah. So Debbie's been coming here a lot lately. So I've been meeting up with Debbie.
What is this bird doing? It sounds like she's making a house or something in there. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Well, I got a splash pad for my turtles. So maybe if I get her to go out there today, I'll take a picture and I'll show it next week or the next time we're together. But I got her a splash pad and she really liked it. So, and it's easy to clean.
That's good.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I thought it got quiet. I was like, oh. Yeah. Do you want me to go first? What do you want me to do?
Sorry, I was just checking something. Yeah, sure. If you would like to go first.
Sure, I'd love to. All right. So I do have a ticker. Let me put my ticker up. There it is. And of course, if you're new to the channel, I think everybody here knows the routine. If you see something in my ticker, I can show it the next time or say, can you show this or show that? I brought a couple new things out, different stuff. So I'm going to start with this one first. So this is a glass snowman. I know it's hard to think about Christmas in May, but So this is a glass snowman, and he's in his little box. Now, this box does have a tear here. It's not been opened, but somebody must have grabbed it just like by that. But other than that, there's not a lot of wear on this box. And he's got a little house in front of him, and he's all decked out with his little hat. He's very cute, snowman. And I am asking $5 for him. And the word for this is Xmas. So if you're interested in him, you just type in the word Xmas, and then he will be on his way to you. And he's by Brass Key Collections. I don't know much about Brass Key Collections, but I do know that snowmen are very collectible to people. So that's why I pulled him out. All right, the next thing I have, so we're going to hide that one. I have this book. I bought this book for my son-in-law, but not my son-in-law. He's not my son-in-law, my stepson. But it's a really heavy book, and he does a lot of traveling, so it's really hard for him to have big things like this. So it's the U.S. Navy, A Complete History, and I am asking $18. It's a really collectible book. Now, there is an issue with the book. So right here in the corner, it looks like it's tearing a little bit. I will tell you, this book is about 15 or 20 pounds. It's huge, but it's really cool book. If you have anybody in the Navy, it tells you about treaties. It's packed full of pictures, old pictures, new pictures. So this is Admiral Sims, who was a captain, an admiral, not a captain. There's pictures of different boats. All the way back from the 1800s, there's pictures and things like that and drawings. So it's really a lot of history. And the front, this little emblem on the front is embroidered. It's embroidered on the book, which is really kind of neat. So if you have somebody who's in the Navy or was in the Navy, a veteran, and this is a great history book. But I'm telling you, it's heavy. So if it's the only, and there is also a tear here, back in here. So just so you know that, but it's still worth that kind of money with all the information in here. I don't think anybody wrote to anybody inside. Like, it's not been dedicated to anybody.
Well, and Chrissy can always ship books in media mail. She has a lot of books too.
Yeah. If it's the only thing you buy and you ask me to send it media mail, I can do that. Not sometimes media mail isn't always as cheap than ground, but I mean some of these. This is 1779. So that's just a picture. Of course, we didn't have cameras then, but it was a painted picture. But the pictures in here are just freaking ridiculous. They're so cool. So if anybody's interested in this, it is a history book, a complete history book on the U.S. Navy. I am asking $18 for it. And then it's big. It's big. It's a great conversation piece, though, to have. So. So those are my two.
Okay.
So
if you guys are ever looking for any books or anything else, let us know, because Chrissy has a huge stash of stuff.
Good morning, Bud Files.
All right, here is my ticker. I am getting ready for Christmas in July soon and Halloween, Summerween stuff. So I've been making a little bit here and there, but because it's summer is so crazy this year, I haven't been able to craft a lot of things. Just to let you guys know. All right. First item I have is this kitty keychain. This is an acrylic. And it says happy day or lucky day. So there's a kitty one. So that's a cat one. And then here is a gnome one. This one has a little bell with a little hook on it and a mushroom. And then he's holding a strawberry.
Oh.
That one's $5 if you're interested. So either the gnome or the cat one. These are $5. All right, and then some other keychains. I have 2 other ones that are kind of cool. This one is Luca from the movie Luca. If you guys haven't seen it and you want to imagine that you're traveling overseas to the Greek Isles, go watch that movie. It's beautiful. There's a little fish encased that I put on the keychain. This has an acrylic cover still on it, like the plastic, so you have to peel it off when you get it. And then the image will come off really clear. But he's like if you've never seen this movie, he's a little boy that is a mermaid that becomes a little boy. So it's a really cute movie. There's that one. This one is a really beautiful keychain. This keychain is, I think, a souvenir. It's brand new. I've never used it. But it's like a stained glass. And there's little tiny stars. And there's a flower in the middle. And I don't know if I can really show it that well. But it's stained glass. And it's a little color. It's like a muted blue. And then the stars are all different colors. So like yellow and red and such.
That's pretty.
So it's really nice. So this is letter B. If anyone's interested in this little stained glass keychain. Yeah, did you see it, Debbie? It's a really cute movie. I love it. So that's letter B. And then the newer item I have some trinket trays that I was working on. There's 3 different ones. These are all handmade. So what I did was I took an impression of a seashell I had and I layered it on there. And then I just colored it. So this is like, you can't really see it that well. It's a pearlescent color.
That's
this one
cute.
has a moon, isn't it? This one has a moon.
Put your gum in it at night when you're chewing gum.
Well, this one you can't really put it. It's made out of clay, but I wouldn't suggest getting it wet. I actually coated it with several layers of like a glitter and a pearlescent paint. So I wouldn't suggest getting it wet if I were you. You can if you want to spray it with the top coating, but I didn't. I put like a really thin top coating on it. So the larger one is $7 and the smaller ones are $6. This one has like a little crescent. This one has a little moon bead, and then this one has a glass bead that's iridescent, but it's like a clamshell.
It's cute.
So if you're interested in those, this one's $7 and these 2 are $6 each. All right, that is just me. Chrissy, back to you.
That is cute. All right, let's see. So look at that. Okay, I'm going to show this one. This is ceramic. I'm asking $12 for it, and it's really cute for your kitchen table. It's also be cute for like the summertime if you have picnics outside. So it's a ceramic apples. This is the lid, and they're like red and yellowish color and green leaves. And then the bottom is made to look like one of those cardboard, but it's ceramic. And this is done by Homeworks. Now it says you can put a candle. You can drop a candle in here. I wouldn't. What I would do with this is I would find a plastic like Tupperware that fits in here, and I would use this for a dip. I would use this for some kind of dip or maybe salsa, something like that. And then you can just lift the lid up and you got your salsa in there. But I would find like a little plastic Tupperware, a square one that could sit in there. I mean, even though that's round, it still sits in there. And then you can use it for dips. I just think it's adorable. I don't see any issues on it at all. I don't see any chips, cracks. If you didn't like the apple part of it, You could even put napkins in here. Like you could roll up napkins with your, sometimes they do that with the plastic fork and knife and spoon and roll it in a napkin and then have them sticking up like that in there. Again, that would be so cute for a picnic table. Or if you really did want to put a candle in it, it could be used as a candle. And I guess you would see the light from below. I don't know how that would work. I don't really understand how that would work as a candle, but I just think it's very cute. If you do apples in your home, if you decorate with apples, my mother used to decorate with apples way back in the day. So I'm asking $12 for that if you're interested in that. Okay. The next thing I have are these bowls. Now, they are Asian bowls. I don't know if they're Japanese, Chinese, I don't know. But they are older. And the reason I say to you that they're older is because they kind of have that blue willow effect to them where it's kind of like softened, if you know what I mean. They're like little rice bowls. So there's 4 of them. And the pattern, this is the pattern. So it's kind of got like flowers. And then this is the back. So it is signed, but I tried to look up the sign and I don't know what the sign is. But they're in really nice shape. They all have the same pattern. So for you guys who may not have watched me during Instagram, I always had a second set of dishes that were Asian dishes. And the ones I had, I sold them for pretty good money. But they had a painted red shrimp on them. And whenever I would bring home Chinese food, I just felt it needed to be in those special dishes. I just thought it was cool. Anyway, so, but a lot of people like the blue. And like I said, a blue willow, you see how it's not like, it's kind of a softened look to it. But they're all exactly the same. And there are 4. There's no chips on them. And I am asking $10 for the set of 4. You're interested in them. I just think they're real pretty. And even if you don't, get special dishes for when you're having sushi or if you have, they're just really nice little dessert bowls. They're just a nice little size, scoop of ice cream, a little sprinkles on it, and they're perfect size. So those are the bowls for sale. There's a set of 4. I'm calling them Asian because I don't know what they are. And they are signed. And the sign looks like MN. If I have it upside right, it looks like MN. But I don't know. I searched it. I Google searched it with the lens and couldn't come up with anything. So that's what I have for that. And those are my
pretty. They look Japanese.
And they have a funny feel. Like, ceramic is very smooth, very smooth. These are smooth, but they're not satiny, if that makes sense. I can't, that just tells me that they're old.
Yeah.
The way they look and feel, they're vintage. They're definitely vintage. I can tell you that. But they're just pretty. I just like them.
Yeah, they are.
I love them. But okay, so those are my 2.
All right. Thank you, Chrissy.
Get my ticker out of there.
All right. Let's see. Go back to my ticker. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome, Bud Files, and welcome, Danielle, for coming in.
Hi, Danielle.
Thank you. And thank you to any lurkers that are hanging out.
Lurking.
All right. So I have some necklaces I made. This one is a shell necklace, but this one's called a cat paw. And I encased it with, this is a pearlescent color. So I made it shine a little bit more. There's a real pearl that I stuck on top of here. That's like a peach pink pearl.
That's really pretty, Caroline. That is really pretty.
Isn't it pretty? This one's called a cat paw. And then this one is just a regular seashell one. And I put a real pearl on top too with a crystal. So they're $12 each. they come with a gold chain. The gold chain is about 21 inches long with the chain extender. So the total length is 21. So if you like this wider shell or the cat paw shell, and I put real pearls on it. This is the clasp. It's a lobster clasp in the back with the chain extender. So if you're interested in this necklace, it's just $12. Unfortunately, right now I don't have any silver chain. I think I have a gunmetal chain. But the wire...
It really does look like a cat's paw.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a shell that looks like a cat paw?
Yeah,
They have
I don't
some.
think so.
They're really fun. So those are $12 each if you're interested in those. And then I made only one box cutter this week. I do have some other box cutters if you guys are interested in it. But this one is a little froggy with a little ducky on top. And a little fuzzy bead. And it's a yellow. There's the box cutter part. So if you're interested in this froggy, you can say frog. But right now, the styles that I have for box cutters is Minnie Mouse. There's just a Minnie Mouse one. And I think I have a Mickey Mouse. Oops. That's a Minnie Mouse one. That's the Minnie Mouse one. And I think I have a Mickey Mouse one. Oh no, this one's not Mickey Mouse. This one's a little doggy. He's in a box with a baguette. So if you're interested in those, let me know. But those are the only box cutters I have right now. And if you see anything in the back, let me know. I have some fun new characters in the back roaming around. All right. Ready, Chrissy?
Yes.
Okay. Back to Chrissy.
Okay. The next thing I have these coin sets. So they're going to be $15 each. If you know anybody who collects these, there's a couple different ones. So they're proof sets. So the first one I have is 1980 Lake Placid, and it's got Reagan, and it's got the proofs in there. You get 2 proofs. And then, of course, there's detail on the back talks about Reagan and the Lake Placid Olympics. And then the next one I have, so they're going to be $15 each. The next one I have is 2002. And this has to do with like the moonwalk. There's a moonwalk. And I don't know. This is Indiana, Ohio, Louisiana. It's like the states. It talks about the states. And then this one is 1993. This is Bill Clinton on there. And Somalia. So what was going on in Somalia? That's 1993. These are nice to give as a set for somebody who maybe was born in those years. This is 1991. I don't know who this guy is. General H. Norman? I don't know, some general. That's 1991. 1994. This was the year of the big soccer match. This is 1977, and this was the space shuttle. This was 1978, and this was the peace talks. This is 1975, and this is the mission. I think that's the Sputnik, actually. I think that's a Sputnik. And then 1974, and this is Nixon. So they are complete minted sets. Each one is $15 each, and there is a choice on them. So if anybody's interested and wants to see them individually again, or a specific one, just let me know. Hi, Tammy. Good morning. So those are coin sets that I have for sale.
Those are cool. Did you find those at a?
Yeah, I got them at a garage sale someplace. It's not a complete set, so but just putting each one up individually on eBay is a pain in the butt.
Well, it's kind of cool though because it has like the history with it, so it explains each coin.
Yeah, so like if you were born or you knew somebody born in 1974, I mean, eventually they'll be worth more money than they are now. Currently, depending on which ones they are, I looked them up. They're worth between 18 and up to 22 a piece. That's why I'm offering them at 15. But like for Nixon, that's a big deal, And then it has history on the back. It talks about the turbulence at the time, the downfall of Richard Nixon, the first president to resign from office. 2 years after Nixon, there was the Watergate. And it just goes on the same day, Vice President Gerald Ford was sworn in and blah, 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 blah. So it just talks about all that. But it's kind of neat history. And if you have somebody who's a coin collector, these are always fun to just have.
Yeah.
Displayed up on your shelf or something like that, and you can switch them out. So, okay. The next thing I have is bracelets. So I'm going to be giving both of these bracelets for $8. This one is a double-stranded one. Now, I will let you know, so it's double-stranded. This inside one is very small. So this is really for somebody who has a small wrist. It does have a tag on it, and the tag does say Bijou, J. Bijou. Well, I don't know who that is, if it's a designer, I don't know. But it has lapis beads on the outside, and then some of these little beads that tassel to it. And then this on the clasp is a little like a piece of jadeite kind of thing. So that's the first bracelet. They are connected together, and it has a lobster claw clasp. So that's the first one. Actually, I have my little thing here. Why didn't I use it? I don't know. So that's that one. So you can see the lapis right here. You know what I didn't do? I didn't turn my light on. I'm wondering why it's so dark over here. That's why. So I got the lapis beading here. And then these little tassels are really pretty. And then with that, you're also going to get this brand new with the tag Cookie Lee stretch bracelet. So the Cookie Lee has like a design, and it's very sparkly, black and white. And there's the Cookie Lee tag. Very pretty little bracelet. Now this is a larger bracelet. So if you have a larger wrist, this easily can fit on your wrist. So very nice for work, not overdoing it. It's like black and tarnished, like that gunmetal color, and really kind of neat. And then again, this one, I don't know, I can never get these on myself, but let's see if I can. I know I can't, but what I can show you is how it would hang on you. So this one would be a little tighter. So if you have a bigger wrist, you might have to put another extension on it. But I just like the little tassels on it. So you're getting both of those bracelets for $8 if you're interested in those.
They're cute. They're like very boho. Like,
yeah, they almost kind of give me a Native American vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But with the lapis and the tassels. But I don't know. I don't know much about this person who did that. But they're both really pretty in the blues and the whites and the turquoise color. Very summery. The way they dangle, I like that. I love these little tassels. There's 3 of them. There's a white one and 2 blue ones. So, all right. So those are my bracelets. Ah, stay. Okay, and then the next one is the trays. So these trays, these are for when you're entertaining, and you're going to get both of them for the same price. And they're cobalt blue. They're not marked at all. Okay, so let me show you the bottom. They're not marked at all. It's just a cobalt blue. But then they have these appliques on them of flowers. So I apologize, my fingerprints are all over it. And they're both exactly the same. So these are really nice if you have a blue set of dishes or anything with blue in it. And then you can put like pickles in here, carrot sticks. You could use them as a charcuterie, but they're both exactly the same with that beautiful cobalt glaze on it, which I just love the cobalt glaze. And there's no issues with it. I do need to clean them up a little bit because they've been sitting on my eBay shelf, but I will do that for you. So I just wanted you to see. Aren't they pretty? And they're
I wonder what they're used for.
They look like a lotus flower, and they have these little like indents. So I know you guys are going to make fun of me, and that's okay. But you could use this in the bathroom because they have these little indents. So like you could put your soap and maybe a washcloth here and something else over here in your bathroom on like a display. You could use it on a table to display like you could put candies in them. You could use them as a candy dish.
They're really pretty.
They're really pretty, and they look like lotus flowers to me. And again, it looks like an Asian design to me. And I said I do need to clean them up a little bit because I've had these on my eBay shelf for quite a while. But you're getting both of them for $9. So, and I'm going to say that probably just the color of that just kills me. But they're 12 and a half inches long.
Mm-hmm.
And they're about 6 inches wide. So, I mean, even if you were having like Chinese food, you could put your egg rolls on there. That would be so pretty.
Yeah.
It'd be really pretty. Or you could use them as a dish. If it's just the two of you, you can put your food on here and each of you have your own dish, only it's just not a round dish. It's like the rectangular, which again, I think is kind of neat. So I got those two. If you're interested, and they're $9 for the set. What did I do with the bowls? Put them somewhere. All right, those are my two.
Okay, thank you, Chrissy.
I'm going to switch my light out. This is the wrong light.
Okay. All right, so what do I have next for you guys? The next item I have, this one is a keychain that I made. This is for breast cancer awareness. The kitty cat glows. It's a little orange kitty. And then this is a fighting glove with the heart and then the breast cancer awareness ribbon. So this is letter F. Coming up next Saturday, I will be on a clearance sale with Maria, California Thrifter. Come watch us. I think Maria's already started selling stuff for breast cancer awareness because she's trying to raise money for the event that she goes to every year. So make sure you guys watch us. We'll be on next Saturday on her channel for a clearance sale for the month of May. But this one's a cat one if you guys are interested. I have a cat one and I have a butterfly one. And I don't know where I put the butterfly one, but here's the cat one. If you're interested in that. Then I have a really fun flashlight. This is made by Pez. It's a tiki style flashlight. It's Pez. So you put the Pez candy up there. And then there's an on and off switch. It's a flashlight. So I don't know how good. See, the light actually works. But when I ship this, I can't ship it with the batteries. I have to take it out. So there's an on and off switch. And then here is a magnifying glass on the side. And then this is where you unscrew and put in, I think, AAA batteries, 2 of them here.
That's so cute.
And then here's a little compass. So this is a little vintage piece. I don't remember how old this is.
It's like a little explorer, like, and then he goes exploring in the woods, and then he gets hungry and eats a Pez.
Yeah. So it's a fun little summer one. And it's a little tiki design. It's only $8. It's in excellent condition too. Jungle Mission. So this is a really nice flashlight. But it's a Pez too. Fun little funky piece. It's only $8 if you're interested. And that is my 2. All right, ready, Chrissy?
Oh, that's fast. All right. So these are my last 2, actually.
Oh, okay.
This is all I have. Okay, so I have this. Let me get my thing up here. This is an Eskimo tile. It's kind of a snowy scene. It's by S. Scowl in 1988, and it's 3 little Eskimo children, and they're all wrapped up in the snow with the moon, not the moon, the sun. You know how it gets dark in the it's dark part of the year. This is that. And then on the back, it's made by Latitude 58. So it has a sticker on it. And it could be hung up. You'd have to put a bracket on the back. You could hang it, but it's just such a pretty colors with the blue cobalt. I don't know, something with the cobalt going on today. But the cobalt and the little Eskimo children, or you can use it as a hot plate if you want, because it is ceramic. But I am asking $9 for that, if that's something that you're interested in. And then, let's see. I have these. These are old. These are very old. So I am asking $14 for the pair. I do not see that they're marked anywhere, but they're 2. I'm going to say these are antique. They're not even vintage. They're 2 antique salts. And they're really very well done. They've got the little foots on them. So if you know somebody who collects salts, and then the inserts do come out so that you can clean them. And they're made specifically for these, so they sit perfectly in there. But, I mean, they are $14 for the 2, but wouldn't this be cute with 2 little Halloween, like, little assemblages on them?
Wait, what are those, Chrissy? Those look like little cauldrons.
Yeah, I know. They look like they would be, right? But they're salts. They're salt for the tables. So you're getting 2 for $14, but they do look like little cauldrons. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could paint these black, but they sit right in there.
Yeah, but if you had a rounded crystal or a rock, that would look gorgeous on top.
Yeah, you could put like a giant marble.
Yeah.
On top of it, and it would look like a seance table.
How cool are those?
So, and this is probably plated. I'm going to say it's plated because they're not marked anywhere. But they're just kind of cute. And I just thought you guys, are so crafty that you could figure out something to do with them.
Those like are for super cool.
I also have these. So you could even put like one of these on top and then put some feathers or something coming out around the bottom. Or if you had one of these, you could sit it in there. But I just thought I'd bring these to the game today. I do have some.
Are they old?
Yeah, they're old. These are definitely, they're not vintage, they're antique. They're definitely.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh, goodness, Christine. And I looked all over in here, but they're definitely plated. They're not silver because you can see the brass, but I just thought they were very cute.
Mm-hmm.
And some people do just collect salts. So I think if you buff them up or you did some kind of cleaning on them, that they're very cute.
Those are really fun. Or if you have like a decorative egg or an ornament, you could put that on there. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Did I have an egg? I thought I did have an egg. I guess I don't.
You might have sold them all. I remember you sold some.
I found some more eggs in my eBay shelves because I was going through them. Some beautiful black ceramic eggs. They're gorgeous. I think they're Russian, but I'll have to bring those out one day. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys that. And that's my 2. So I'm going to leave
it. Yeah, you showed that. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's everything that I have. I have 2 Life magazines that I didn't put up there, but I don't know if anybody's interested in these. So they're going to be $9 each. This one is The First Man to Walk on the Moon, Off to the Moon, Neil Armstrong. And then the other one has to do with this guy. His name is Kyle Roche, and he's some famous football guy. I don't know. But, they have the Coke advertisement. So if you're looking for advertisement, this one is actually in really good shape. Canada Dry Water. So if you had a bar, this would be a cute thing to put in a picture frame.
Oh, good advertisements.
Yeah. Oh, there's great advertisements in here. And the book is in really good shape. So like this cracks me up. This one. The car on the hippo. Bird's eye lima beans. I never had a lima bean in my life until I married my first husband. This the pinup girl in the shoes. So there's some really good advertisements in here. If anybody's interested in advertising.
Hello, Simone.
Hi, Simone. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Hi, Simone.
Apricot sours. Who remember? Oh, remember these? Traveler's checks? You guys remember Traveler's checks?
Do they do those anymore? I sure remember those.
I don't think they do them anymore.
I remember one time I used one in New York. And they were like, what are these? I'm like, oh my God, really?
Yeah. I think I did have some when I went to France. But that was in high school.
Oh, she had a run-in with Sasquatch.
No. Oh, yeah. He got the better of me. That guy, he can run, man.
He was trying to show trade secrets.
That's why he's got big feet. He can run a lot faster than me.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, that's all I have today.
All right. I have a couple more. Let me show mine.
Okay, let me take my ticker down.
Okay. So if you guys are interested in anything, let us know. I just have a couple more items, not too many more. Let's see. I have these limited edition stitches. He is laying down. This one is like a glittery orange stitch. So he's glitter. And then this one is is it a rubber ducky? No. He just has a buoy around him. You know those donuts? There's a rubber donut. He's yellow with the glitter. They're $6 each. Unless you want me to turn them into like a pen or a box cutter or something, let me know. But those are limited edition. They're $6 each. And then the other little thing that I have are these little num-nums. They're called num-nums. There's a Daisy one and there's a Minnie Mouse one. So she's ice cream and she's supposed to be ice cream too. So if you want me to put these on pens or box cutters, let me know. But otherwise they're $5 each. Cute little guys.
No, because I was half asleep, Simone. I was in my sleep. I didn't know anything until the next morning. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
I had no idea. I knew I hit the door. And I was like, oh, I hit the door. Went to the bathroom, went back to bed. Get up in the morning, and I'm like, oh my God. Was there a fight here last night? Did somebody try to break into my house?
All right, let me hide that one. So I had box cutters, I had keychains, I had shell trinkets, I had a shell necklace with a kitty paw, frog box cutters, flashlight, glitter stitches. If you guys watch this in the replay, please thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Leave a comment below or share. That would really help us out a lot too. And next week we're gonna try. Chrissy and I are gonna try to be on 1 hour later. We may or may not have a guest. It depends on if they get back to us. But that's a pretty short show today. Nonchalant. We hope you guys are having a great summer. Chrissy might be doing a new venture soon. I think it's going to be great.
You guys know that I dehydrate a lot of herbs and I grow a lot of herbs. So I am thinking of possibly turning my backyard into like an herb garden and have people come and cut their own herbs and do some dehydrating and just playing with that because I really do enjoy the dehydrating part of it. I gotta find a style, like I don't know, a way that I can get it all done and a place for it because I have stuff here and here and here and here and here. Like I have this basket right here right now it's full of basil drying, so I have to go put that out into the sun again. I try to bring them in at night and take them out. But if I can figure out a way to leave them out there with a cover on them, that'd be good.
I wonder if you can build like a mini little tent back there. You have the space to do it.
Yeah. I was thinking about these sunshades, like I was saying, because I can attach them to the trees. I've got plenty of trees out there.
Yeah.
But I need something flat for them to be on. I need to build like a bench or something. So.
Or like a shelf or something too, maybe.
Yeah. Just some fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to work. We got a lot to work on here. And, both of us not feeling 100%. We don't always get everything done. So.
Right.
But.
All right. So we will see you guys next week and hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you watch the show, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below, share it out to everyone. And we'll see you 1 hour later next week.
We'll advertise a little bit more. I promise I'll advertise a little bit more so we know. Give you guys a heads up.
And if you guys know anyone that wants to come join us, let us know too. But otherwise, that's it. We'll see you guys, and you guys have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for popping in.